It was a heartbreaking day for many Packers fans. Brett Favre and the Green Bay Packers parted ways in 2008. The documentary, Last Day at Lambeau, takes a look at the fan adoration that quickly turned to contempt when number 4 signed with another team. The documentary will be shown at this year's Green Bay Film Festival. And joining me now is Festival Director Cindy Sweetland and the writer and director of that documentary, Michael Nielsen. Good morning to you both.
Morning. Morning.
Cindy, let me start with you. The festival is in its 3rd year. How has it grown?
Oh, it is just gotten bigger and better. We are playing 100 films over the course of the weekend, which is just a little fewer than last year. But you know, it all depends on the length of time that the film is. We have a wonderful workshop that the SAG, the Screen Actors Guild, is bringing in from Los Angeles with casting director Renee Haynes from Twilight, as well as we have a wonderful series for the Native American films that is being sponsored by the Wisconsin Humanities Council.
And word is getting out about this film festival. Are people coming from all over the state?
Oh, they're coming from all over the state, and we have filmmakers coming from all over the United States and Canada.
Wow. Okay, so the whole event is going on in this weekend, and part of it, of course, is Michael Nielsen's film, Last Day at Lambeau. Tell us about it, and have you been a Packers fan?
Whole life.
Whole life. From Madison.
Yep,
Packers
from Madison.
Fan. Brett Favre fan.
Yep.
And then?
Well, it just was kind of, I always wanted to do something about the Packers and specifically about Brett Favre for a long time, but and it seemed like his career with the Packers was like the Hollywood story, but the most interesting part was right at the very end from my point of view, because it revealed how personally people take sports and that relationship between fans and their heroes, which is the really interesting kind of theme of the story for me.
So do we hear from Packers fans in there and
Packers
about
fans,
that loss that everybody felt when that happened?
Yeah, you hear from fans, you hear from journalists who were on the ground and outside Lambeau Field during that summer of 2008, all the way up through his last game at Lambeau Field as a Viking in 2010. So you kind of have that whole 3-year section there, kind of putting the whole random events into some sort of narrative that puts it in perspective, which is what I wanted to do. So.
Any Brett Favre perspective in there, or did
we reached out to him? We didn't get any calls back, so we would have loved to have had him involved. But it's not a hit piece at all. So it in no way. We've had people from both sides really like it, and also both sides think I'm on the other side, which maybe says something good as well. So
it's a balance to look at this.
I would like to think of it as.
And really, it's mostly about, like you said, that relationship that we have with these people that we don't really know.
Right.
We just know them as our football heroes.
Right. It's very bizarre, but it's also beautiful, and it's something I've been a part of my whole life, and I will continue to be a fan. But it's also something to think about. I don't think we should be uninquisitive about it.
Okay, when is your film going to be shown?
It's going to be this coming up
this Saturday, 7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a special panel after the film with Chris Jackie, who's going to be inducted into the Packers Hall of Fame this summer, right? And he's going to be there along with, we have a social psychologist for the fandom and some of the sports journalists that are in the film, along with Michael, to talk about the relationship between fans and athletes.
Yeah, it's kind of like a book club. When you read a book, you want to discuss it. Here you get to see a film and then discuss it with people in the know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To talk about it. Any other highlights you want to touch on about this year's festival?
We have our children and family films and our documentaries, and just an enormous number. Our feature film, The Story of Luke, which playing Friday night at 7, is a wonderful comedy, and that follows with our gala party.
Okay.
You won't want to miss that.
Okay, one more question for you, Michael. Is there a way for us to see it if we can't make the festival?
Not at this exact moment, but we're seeking distribution, and we want to get to as many Packers fans as possible. One day, hopefully, everyone gets a chance to see it.
But then you're going to have to go.
Yeah.
You're going to have to go to the festival.
It is the last festival screening, so
it is this Friday through Sunday, the film festival at the Radisson in Ashwaubenon. Fox11online.com, click on Good Day Wisconsin for a complete schedule of events. We will link you to the festival's website. And if you would like to check out the fest, we have